Hi guys and welcome to League of Europe. With something different now, we have an F2 championship running in League of Europe. I decided to join this last minute and sign up. I've done about 4 laps in total in the F2 car plus the career mode cutscene, so don't have a clue what we're installed for, but we're in a 30-minute session of qualifying. Obviously we're just going to cut to our fastest lap, which we set on this yellow compound. I think this is the last year tyre compound, so I'm not sure if we can call them from the names of last year, but anyway, this is the fastest compound we got into turn 1, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. I've noticed, I'm really sure with lower gears in the acceleration, around gear 3 and gear 4, struggle with power sliding and things like that, but down into, this is turn 3 or turn 4, one of them, second gear. Obviously these cars are a lot slower than the F1 cars, so it does take some getting used to. Down into the fast right, we go down 2 gears into third, got to be careful on the power, run a little bit wide, then on the exit, we run on the curb, down into second gear. See, I'm just winging this, I don't have a clue. Every lap in this qualifying session was completely different and felt completely different, so I don't have a clue really what I'm doing and where I'm meant to be downshifting and upshifting. We actually go down to the first gear down there, I feel actually because you came with a big lock, we'll get on the power. And down this straight, only 6 gears in these cars, which caught me out by surprise. I thought there at least would have been about 7. But down into third gear now, down this left long right hander, and then get on the power again, up to 4th, 5th gear, you stay in 5th gear, take a tight line, slight lift, it's not quite flat out, down 2 gears to 3rd gear I believe, yes, get the car rotated in, try and get the best exit down straight line speed. Now it's this long straight, you're just trying to maximise the gears really. Not too sure if these F2 cars, if it's best to short shift or actually just let them hit the rev limiter a little bit before shifting up. Second gear now, run to the line. We're going to improve I think around 7 tenths, which puts us I think P4, P3 for now, but I think we do go down to P4 quite shortly after, as you can see. But come the end of the session we are P5, so we're going to jump straight into the race now. I think it's the 50% race, which is like 18 laps, but well done to the guys who out-qualified us. So we're on 2 red lights, 5 red lights, and away we go. Got hard for quite a long time now. The starts in these cars, I just don't know how to start these cars properly really, but it's not too bad, and we can get away for the first F2 race of the season. Down into turn 1, pretty cautious I think by everyone. We've decided to go around the outside. We've got I don't know how to say his name actually. Oh, that was Dan, but there's some guy I can't say his name, so I'm just gonna leave him out. So sorry for you in my highlights, mate, but I'm gonna leave your name out. We got overtaken by Dan. We're gonna just slot back in and just keep it cautious. We're not too sure how this car will feel with a race fuel as Dan's gone off, Dan's spun off, and that promotes us back up into P5. So we'll take that, that's a free position there. So we're behind RJW. Yeah, but like I said, we're just trying to keep it cautious, just get a feel for the car before we start pushing. Because obviously these cars are very different to the F1 cars that we drive on a Saturday. But another spinner offside, yeah, so that promotes us to P4. So at the minute we're just keeping our nose clean and just waiting for everyone else to make some mistakes, and hopefully we don't make many mistakes over on. We've got the front 2 battling off the front as well. We come to lap 2 in this tricky chicane. We've run really wide and this allows velocity to get past us. We get stuck on the curb a little bit. Obviously not going to swipe to the left because he's there and give him the space. But it looks like we've gone off the track a little bit there. We're going to go around the outside maybe into this left-hander. We ghost and we actually run wide, so that position's lost. And yeah, apart from that, this race was pretty boring to be honest. I think everyone was just getting used to, as he goes off again, it's going to become quite tight, but it's going to be boring for the first few races. I think everyone's going to get used to the cars and where they can fight. Like, it's really hard on the brakes with these cars, as we do get that position against velocity, but it's so hard on the brakes and it's so hard to turn in with these cars. You'd never know how hard you can push when you're battling someone. So but yeah, we go to lap 7, 1 lap over where we were meant to, but before we just go for the extra lap, we weren't really in danger from anyone behind. We weren't really going to undercut the guys in front. They were a good 10 seconds in front of us. But yeah, the slower pit stops of the F2, and then I have problems releasing the clutch, which was a bit annoying, but that was nearly a 6-second stop. And I actually forgot about the F2 pit stop, so it's one guy taking the wheel off and then putting it back on. So it caught me by surprise. I was thinking, what the hell's going on here? But yeah, So we're going to come out in P4. There is, I think, 2 cars in front of us that need to stop who actually started on the harder compound. So we've got 2 more people to stop, so that will probably put us around P3. But they were going to be on the quicker tyres, and we'll probably lose that. We'll probably finish by P4, because I think it will be, I think it might be B Morgan who might be coming in at some point. But at the minute we're racing Evo, he's gone really defensive, and I was actually just watching and wondering what he was doing. I actually outbraked myself as well. But we kind of get a free position there. We kind of went right off the track. But it is B Morgan coming in now to set, well, not to set, to put on a set of soft compound tyres. And of course he didn't race, and he won't be too far behind us, so we've got to watch out for that. And as I say that, it's not took him long. He's absolutely flying on this set. He was about 2.5 seconds quicker than anyone else on the track. We've got defensive into turn 1. We're going to move over. We could stay in the middle of the track. We don't quite go to the racing line, because I knew we'll probably cry on the outside. Probably could have went to the racing line, but because we've had a tyre angle in there, it's compromised directly, and now he's going to get a good run at us with more DRS. Again, we go defensive to the inside. He's probably going to take a bit of our slipstream and go around the outside. He's going to go around the outside now, and he gets that position done, and that moves us down into P4.
Okay, we've lost the position.
Not too much more going on now, so we're going to head into the last lap, and we come home to finish P4. So it's not too bad, considering it's our first F2 race ever. And yeah, now we're on to the sprint race. But before we get into that, that's the end of the race. Obviously taking 1B Morgan, RJ videos, us, and racing at home, topping out the top 5. So now we can finally move on to the sprint race, which is only 6 laps long. We've already got 5 red lights, and away we go. And I reckon this is going to be a bit carnage, considering it's only 6 races. 6 laps. We know what 5 lap races are like on online lobbies. Hopefully we can be a bit more controlled, considering we are a league organisation, as we've run in deep, and we almost got clouded there. But I think that was is that cloudy? Cloudy cloud? We almost got cloudy by, but luckily he ghosted. But yeah, P5, which is where we started, considering we've run wide into turn 1. I'm not going to complain. We got the inside. We've outbraked us really bad. We're going to get slowed down quick enough for me actually hit down. So I'm really sorry for that. Just completely missed braking. I almost forgot to brake. You can see a bit of carnage going up, moving to P4, but we're still behind Dan, and I think that's racing at home in front of us, who actually is deciding to go off the track to defend his position. We're going to sling it back, try and get a better exit and go down the straight, and overtake him there. Begin to come and get a 2-second penalty, and then we lose the rear end, and now we're going to, oh, that race over. Wow, our tyre come off for that. I've had worse crashes into the wall like that, and the tyre doesn't come off, but yeah, that's that from us. We're out. Here's the end of the results. P Morgan wins, Decky, racing at home. I think that's Rubber, Dan, June, Evo, Cloudy Cloud, Tarja, Velocity, and then us and RJW videos got disqualified. Obviously that's the results from the previous race, and there is the championship results. We currently sit P5 with 12 points, with Decky in the lead. Hope you enjoyed. Come back soon to watch League of Europe on Saturday and now on the Mondays, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.